Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. So we're keeping with our side pose theme. So hopefully you got on okay with cradle yesterday. So today we're going into a side pose into shooting star. So ideally you want a bit of height for this one. You can do it from the floor, but ideally if you can do it from a side climb or an invert, it'll be better for you. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to start with the invert and then I'll break it down. Okay, so from your side pose position, so I'm actually going to place my hand above to start with. You don't have to. I just feel it's a little bit more secure and help with the transition and holding the pose. So we're then going to take the bottom, the inside leg. So usually we have it like trapped in the groin. Well, we're actually going to push the hips into the pole. So we're going to squeeze them up, push the hips in, and actually take that leg away. So we're squeezing the butt, taking the leg away, pushing the leg into the pole, so we've still got grip, if that makes sense. So depending on, like, obviously I'm using silicone pole, so I can still grip in my clothing at my hip. But for you guys that are maybe using a metal finish pole, you may just want to actually place the pole on the thigh so that you can have some skin grip, okay? So just make sure your shorts are out of the way and get the thigh on the pole. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to invert, so you know how to get into a side pose when you invert, hopefully, that's the way you're going. So I'm going to hook nice and high, I'm going to reach above, and then I'm going to place my inside hand down in that bracket position. And at the moment I've got my hip on, but if you want to just come out a little bit to get the thigh on, you can. So just push it away with that palm. So you're going to make sure your index finger is pointing down. You can slide your top hand down a little bit and move the bottom hand further down. And then from here, I'm really squeezing my heel towards my butt. I'm going to take my top hand off. I'm still in this pike position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll back. I'm almost going down a little bit. I'm really arching. I'm really squeezing the heel to my butt. And I'm really pushing my thigh into the pole as I arch. And I take my hand over my head. And then I'm going to come out by sticking my butt back, bringing this leg towards me, so I'm in this piked position, and then I can place my hand above. Does that make sense? And come back down. So you want to think about pushing your hips into the pole. Definitely a little bit more grip with the knee. You'll definitely feel it behind the knee as you start to lean back, okay? So make sure you've got a good lock. Make sure you're pushing the thigh on the pole to make sure you've got that grip. Obviously, if you use the silicone pole, you can stay in the hips, no problem. And then I'm really thinking about arching as much as I can. The further you have your hand down, obviously the more inverted you're going to be. So if it's too low, it doesn't matter that it's low, you can do it low, but when you try and reach back up, you might just need to bump the hand back up to reach up. If it's too low, you're not going to be able to get above the hook knee. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you again. So, hips up, hook, point the foot down. Outside hand above. I'm going to place my inside hand down, stick my butt back so it's on my thigh. Then move my hand down a little bit. And then from here, I'm just going to re-grip if you need to. Top hand comes off. I'm going to start leaning away, so I'm pushing with the palm into the pole. All the way back, I'm arching, I'm keeping squeezing my heels towards my butt, pushing my thigh in, squeezing my butt, arch, 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 and take your arm over your head. Try and not allow the shoulders to come up to the ears and push away. Does that make sense? Then you can bring the leg in, stick your butt back, hand above, and you can come back down. Yeah? So, from your side climb, it's exactly the same, okay? All we're going to do is take the outside leg behind. So, we're going to stand side on, inside leg hook, pull it in, pull up, inside leg hooks, and then we're going to drop that outside leg behind, move your hands down, okay? We've already got the thigh on, because it's not in the hip already, which is good. Then we're going to place your hand down, same thing, so I'm going to squeeze. You can always re-hook if you need to. So you're going to keep this bottom leg down, and then you're going to think about pushing the hips forward, squeezing your butt, move the hand down a little bit if you want to. Then you're going to take your top hand off, roll the shoulders back, then we're going to arch, pushing those hips forwards. Okay, then we come up, grab onto the pole, and you can slide back down. Makes sense. I'm just going to quickly show you, if you do go too low, what I mean by bumping up. So it doesn't matter whether you do it from a side climb or invert, if the hand's too low, you are going to need to help. There's a couple of ways you can get out though. So if I have this hand too low here, you can still do it, okay? But I can't reach. So you're going to have to bump, bump, bump to grab. Or alternatively, another way is like your cradle. You're going to place your free outside hand on, okay? I usually use a cup grip. I pull in. You can bring this bottom leg towards you for grip. Unhook your top leg and bend down to land on the floor. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if you've got any questions for this, okay? So this one is really going to help us for tomorrow's move, getting into Scorpio. It's also called a holly drop as well. Tomorrow's can be quite interesting. You can make it really quick, so it looks more dramatic, or you can slow it right down. So it really doesn't matter, but it's a good one to do. It's one of my favourites. It's one that I put in a lot of combos. So yeah, if you've got any questions whatsoever, do just ask, it's fine. Hopefully just tag me or send me a message, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. See you later.